Hello, this is Daniel Michael, and you're listening to Warrior Seed. Meditation is a weapon. Now, this evening we're going to continue our discussions on shadow transmutation, integrating what are considered the negative emotions, the negative feelings, the negative part of the human personal experience into our lives to be more effective. And yes, to help us be more effective in the light, integrating dark and light. Let's start basically. Step one, to overcome fears, anxieties, negative emotions. Name it. A faceless enemy is more frightening. Vague fear can begin to feel like it's omnipotent, like this terrible threat, overwhelming. So, make it specific. Write a fear list. Be brutally honest. Sometimes these fears can be found while attempting to think of your goals and manifestations. They'll rise up. They might rise up in your body. You'll feel a little discomfort somewhere. That's why so many people have difficulty with things like law of attraction or even magic. Let me explain these fears, anxieties, emotional states, demons, one at a time. Starting with the one that makes the list of the official 7 deadly sins, noted by Pope Gregory in the 6th century and later by Thomas Aquinas in the medieval era. And that is envy. That's right. The bad qualities of envy are as follows, of course. Envy is a comparison. Envy can lead to dislike of others or groups. Envy can create victim mentalities. Those that feel an out of control sense of envy, by nature, pay attention or obsess over the person or group that they do envy. This can lead to the very worst in human behavior. Envy is as well one of the true emotional states that is seen as socially unacceptable to publicly display. Now think about that. You can lose your temper a little bit of anger, but envy is one of those ones that you're not really supposed to show anyone. Sending it deeper into the cave where the shadow becomes darker and more powerful than even some of the other ones. So this brings us to crucial importance of owning our attention, a clear, calm mind, undistracted, asking questions of this great, powerful demon visitor, envy. Do not feel guilty for feeling envy. Personalize it. Talk to it. Give it a name. Give it a face. Treat it like a named visitor. Help us know it's there. Envy, one of the most difficult states to identify and talk to. Recognize it. Envy is not about the other person, folks. This is about you. This is your shadow. This is your demon. Recognize it, then quietly talk to it. The reason why I kept repeating recognize it, and the reason why I said visiting us, because I like to think of it internally as this is my temple, and my temple is filled with all sorts of different entities, because it's true. They are the archetypes, in case that confused you. But the reason I keep repeating recognize it for this particular one is it's one of the most, probably the most difficult to recognize as a motivational factor compared to the other negative emotions. Envy thrives in the dark, and now it is in your temple. But this is your temple. Light a torch, shine the light on it, and say the 3 magic words, I see you. And then followed up by this is exactly what I do. Be calm, sit, no noise, no distractions, and say, what are you trying to teach me? Unquote. That's right. Be still and understand that every time envy will answer. Might not be right away, but suddenly you'll think to yourself, you know what? This really is clarifying. The reason why I'm so mad at, Bob over there or jealous or envious is I kind of want what he has. If you're being brutally honest with yourself. And there's nothing wrong with feeling that, folks. It's not a sin. Envy is not a sin. Envy, if dealt with properly, is a spirit of clarity. Jealousy of others shines a bright light on what you really, really want. Now it's listed as a sin, as one of the 7 deadly sins. Some of you might argue, you might say. But do know this, it's not really, those sins aren't listed in order in the Bible. They're just psychological things that are discussed. That Pope Gregory that I mentioned earlier is the one that defined them and outlined them in such a way. All over the good book are all aspects of human psychology. So don't beat yourself up if you feel it. Remember, it can provide clarity. You name it, because a faceless, nameless enemy, unrecognized, is more dangerous and builds power while you're not looking, while you're not paying attention to it. Ask it a question. It will answer. In time, it'll answer. From my new home in the mountains, Hagerstown, Maryland, this is Daniel Michael with Warrior Seed. Meditation is a weapon. Have a beautiful evening.